Monday. I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir. Welcome to another marvelous episode of Overreaction Monday. I am the governor of college football. And with me is a guy that needs no introduction, the mayor of college football, Downtown Nino Brown. Also with us tonight, Mr. Let's go himself, Jared Boomer Sooner. Great. How you doing, my dog? And also with us tonight, the waviest they ever do it, CFB Moon. Fellas, man, what's going on, man? I miss my dogs, man. What Lil Wayne say back in 04, man? I miss my dog. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. How y'all doing, man?
Good. Glad to be here.
I know it's gonna be a good show tonight. I know we're gonna get into some hot topic debates. I'm ready to discuss it. I'm ready to get to it, and let's talk about it. So we're gonna discuss the combine, as the thumbnail say. We've seen players that hurt and helped their stock during their performance at the NFLCombine. We even seen some that helped their stock at Senior Bowl, plus helped their stock at the Combine, and we always love to see that. And we're gonna talk about the risers of this event. But every year we seem to get this sound bite or this clip. Every year at the Combine, we remember the kid that we don't mention that asks Makai, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, that crazy question coming out of college. But this one, is it always just USC players? I don't know. But Makai Lemon, did he truly hurt his draft stock with the style in which he answered these questions? Let's talk to Boom.
This is easy for me. I got to interview Kayshon Boutte at the Combine, which might have been the worst interview I've ever been on. Ever. I remember calling Nino right away. I'm like, bro, like this has got to be the worst I've ever seen somebody. He knows he has a camera in front of him. He's got 15 of them in front of him. You're talking about, I'm going to run a 4.3 and you go run a 4.5. They ain't ready for me. He says the same thing like 6 times in the interview. And honestly, this might have been the worst interview. But it's because of how, I don't know if you were high, if you were drunk, or maybe somebody was like, you know what, we need you to this interview up because we want to draft you and you're going to go in the top 5 otherwise. And I don't know. Why are you getting in this thing? But the whole.
But that's how he moves, bro. That's not the only time he's done that in an interview.
It was a different, but I'll be honest with you, it ain't really hurt him probably.
You don't think it's going to hurt him?
No, I just don't put that in front of a camera. He can catch the ball.
Yeah.
He can catch the ball all day.
And most wide receivers have that diva, mentality. It was a little sassy for my liking, but we're huge on Makai Lemon here, and we've been huge on Makai Lemon. I think we actually have him higher on our board than most people have them on their board. So I wonder what it would look like tonight with us talking about this situation. I think it will slightly impact, just the way that the NFL world works, I think it will slightly impact this stock. If you were looking at Makai Lemon, Carnell Tate, and Tyson at the same level, you may drop him behind them just because of the interview. That's just the way that the NFL works when it comes to the Combine. And like Coach used to call it, and I ain't gonna say it because I don't feel like pausing on screen. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let me get your opinion on this, Nino.
So the podium interview, that don't bother me. I mean,
right.
Most of it don't bother me. My concern is what I read is the team interviews weren't good. Those are what I am concerned because is it a character issue? Is it a confidence issue? Is it a scheme issue? Is it you know what I mean? Like, are those the reasons why? Or is it maybe he just wanted this to happen because he don't want to go where he's expected to go? Because most players in the top 10, they know where they're going. You know what I mean? But not everybody got that Eli Manning pull.
Right. You're right.
So what do? It's 2026 and we find our way to make our own version of being able to have pull when we ain't got it. I'll just tank everything. You know what I mean? But what was the interviews? Because I've read that they're asking these dudes, how long can you hold your eyes open? And they just stand there and he blinks after 15 seconds, and the guy's like, "You failed," and that was the end of the interview. Like, come on, like, are we really doing stuff? Because if that's what people are doing in these team interviews, we got problems.
There's been some dumb questions over the years. What was his name? Prince of Macklemore? I already said his name. Some of the interview questions that he was asked about the sexuality and all of that. Like these people are purposefully trying to piss you off, but holding your eyes open for 15 seconds is kind of crazy.
He ran.
Do you have a Bucky shirt on?
Yeah, baby.
That is goated, dog.
Come on.
Damn. That is goated.
Josh Papey fighting, but
dude, nobody can compete with Bucky's. And I mean, no one can compete.
Nobody.
You can put the best 5 gas stations chains together, and they can't compete. And I work for 2 decent ones in the Mid-Eastern area.
They expanded 5 more states, bro. Arizona, Kansas. Watch out. It's
coming to VA too. Coming to VA too, man. That's goated.
He was top 3, if not top 2 in the gauntlet. So
he was.
The skills of his skills. I know a lot of people say, he was supposed to run 3/4 speed. He ran quarter speed. I don't give a shit if he ran full speed. The ball was uncatchable. That doesn't matter. Like the route that they keep showing over and over and over, it wasn't a catchable ball. Because if it was, he would have got ripped on the sideline. They tell you how to run a route for a reason. So it's like it's clickbait season. You know what I mean? Is. But I think this might have been a part of his own plan, his camp's plan. Be like, yo, if you don't want to go here, if this isn't where you want to go, because right now you're looking at like 80%, this is where we're going to get. You got to do something. So my Los Alamos natives, home of JT Snow and Mercedes Lewis and Stephanie Tanner. Yeah, that's right. Full house of Stephanie Tanner. My boy Makai Lemon said, all right, we're gonna get real saucy and swaggy up there, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But when it comes to putting the cleats on, the gloves on, and playing ball, I showed you what I can do.
You know what's up. And he flourished in a system that the system dictates who flourishes versus the player dictates who flourishes, and it was the complete opposite this year in that air raid. CFB Moon, talk to me, man. How you feel about this situation, man?
Yes, sir. I'm excited to be back talking to the fellas. You know, miss y'all, man. This whole situation, I'm happy that y'all went first. I understand all of y'all takes. And at the end of the day, you know, we men, we can understand. This is all blown out of proportion.
You think so?
This is all noise. This don't matter. This really is happening, and it continues to happen in the draft process. And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's just sad because we saw 2 total opposites of a situation in the same wide receiver core just this NFL Combine. KC Concepcion got on the podium and got grilled for having a speech impediment. And now the media wants to blow that out of proportion and say that he can't talk to us. Yeah. This is one of the most kindest. This is one of the most kindest human beings that you'll get a chance to be around. You get a chance to see him as a football player. He balls out. The tape doesn't lie. Over 2 schools that he produced.
Right.
NFL Combine he produced. You saw that gauntlet, and I said, oh, snap. He stayed on the line the whole time. Like, that's going to translate into the NFL. It was super smooth. This whole Makai Lemon situation, you flipping on the head. I'm like, bro, why are we blowing the same? We playing like media, NFL scouts. We're going to have a serious conversation because y'all are the ones that create these headlines every single cycle that we go through. And it's always about the most asinine things, things that don't matter, things that don't have nothing to do about what an NFL player can possibly do on a Sunday. Like Makai Lemon runs routes like he did at USC. That's going to translate on a Sunday, and this is just going to be a minor footnote in this whole story. And people going to be looking at him in the camera, and now that's going to be a meme. And now every time he's going to be no different than George Pickens when he's standing in front of the TV with his Scully on, and now that's a meme. And now in the NFL, that same thing translates over. Why? Because a baller is a baller, is a shot caller, is a shot caller. And at the end of the day, soft hands, sharp cuts, no drops, skip the 40, probably going to do that at Pro Day. If people want to talk about his personality, it's no reason to, in my opinion.
He didn't test at all, right? He didn't do any testing. He just did drills.
Yeah.
That's all you need to, in my opinion.
Yeah. He didn't do either. He just went in there. He did his interviews. It was
nothing that I saw from Makai Lemon that made me say, "Oh, he's not still top wide receiver in my class." You know what I'm saying? But you compare that.
Go ahead.
Now, you compare that to KC Concepcion getting grilled over a stutter, and now Makai Lemon is getting grilled for an eye stare. Now we start having to have a conversation about the media, and now y'all don't understand players. We tour and we travel to these events and talk to these players continuously throughout the offseason.
100%.
We come across different personalities. Boom opened up the show eloquently and beautifully, talking about how he had one of the most worst combine interviews ever. Probably twice. I could put two people in there.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett.
It's a culture thing. I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we seen so many different personalities that come through, and at the end of the day, when we have to turn on the film, we got to see what they do at the Senior Bowl, see what they do at the Combine, see what they do in the practices. Nino, what you said is key though. He did have some flops from what I'm reading too, from the NFL teams, and those teams won't pick him. But there's a reason why he mentioned only one player that he compares his name to, Amon-Ra St. Brown, another USC legend. I know it's later in the draft. I know he probably ain't go fall that far, but it creates some chatter. Maybe it was his team's plan, but overall, they want grit until they see it. And then when they see it with the eye stare like Makai Lemon, then it's too serious. I'm going to take film over Flair every single time.
100%.
I will say right brought him up real quick. Let's talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown. His dad and mom, top tier parents, by the way. That household is absolutely like from bread to butter, how days are done, how his dad was raised and how he raised his kids, top tier. I can't say about, what Makai Lemon's house was, but I know one thing. St. Brown, you did not talk back to mama.
Nah.
Guarantee. And
Daddy whooped that ass too.
Yeah.
Daddy whooped that ass. Promise you.
And then he did.
He was like Mr. Olympian, wasn't he?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He can lift. He can lift. That's who trains him and his brothers. Yeah. Props.
His mom only speaks to him in German. She won't speak to him in any other language.
Yeah.
Still,
Crazy. That's how you know it's intense.
I didn't know.
I'm telling you, that's a different household right there, bro. I promise you.
I agree with that 100%. So I figured that's
every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. And Makai Lemon had a dog day at the Combine in terms of the interview person.
Yeah,
that don't change the fact that he's still a dog.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's talk about some of the risers in the draft. I think we started with Boomer last time. We're gonna start with you, Moon. Who were some of your risers in the draft?
Ooh. The way Jeremiah Love...
Just pick a few of them, just so everybody hasn't,
Okay. If that's the case, I really like what I saw from Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson went crazy, man. Watching the on-field portions, outside the numbers, over the top, deep ball.
Hey, bro, what you and Nino studying the same film, bro? Like, he was literally just talking about him in the green room. Like, I don't like this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was praising Ty Simpson.
And I, I'm a hater. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a hater. But I couldn't even. I watched it twice over, and I said, nah, bro. He's
impressive.
It was very impressive. Right on the money. He seemed, the way he was chewing gum, just calm, like didn't get too rattled. It made me think like he's like definitely one of Nino's guys. I was thinking about Nino when I was watching him. Like, dang, this motherfucker right here, bro. He be on it. Like, on it. He just had to take it. And then, speaking of taking him, do we take him higher in the draft now? I think it's obviously, yeah. The Rams, you are on the clock, but then it makes other teams in there like, dang, man, like, I know our quarterback situation right now. But that kid, he was out there throwing that thing. I like Jake Rodriguez from Texas Tech, too, just because I feel like he went above where I felt like he was going to do in the 40. He still went consistent in the drills. He showed up, and, he's been doing that through the Senior Bowl. He stacked a Senior Bowl over a Combine. And I think just some NFL franchise is going to get a damn good player with Jake Rodriguez. I like him. I like my guy, Eli Hoddenwright. That would be my last guy that I mentioned for right now. Hoddenwright, the way he did the individual drills, like, just chef's kiss, made me really speechless. And then going back and watching this film after the Navy game versus Army stood out, where he caught a ball on the sideline, took that jump to the departments, and I'm like, that could be his role in the NFL. Like, he's the ultimate. I know they call it a Swiss Army knife, but he's the American Army knife. Like, he could do it all for you.
Shout out to the
three
American
guys
Conference, by the way.
that I was looking at. I know we gonna hear
I'm
Sonny.
about to say, give me a homer pick. You got to give me a homer pick. You're at this campus all the time in Hotline.
Keelan did good. Everybody was having questions about Keelan Rutledge. Can he move his hips? I'm like, did you watch film? like they have counter run in their DNA in 20 different flavors. Shout out to the guy that said he got it. I said they got it like Baskin Robbins flavors, and you didn't think that this kid could pull and move his feet. Like he was impressive to me. And then Ted Hurst, balling out. My man is a day 2 pick in my opinion. He solidified it. He was running faster in a bigger frame than some of these more agile wide receivers that we see. So those are some guys that stood out to me.
Love it. Nino, talk to me. Who's on your list, brother?
Real quick off the Ty Simpson, there was a ball that I jumped off my chair. The go ball to Eric Rivers. My man was running full speed. Did not stop, did not slow down for an iota. That ball hit him at full stride, dead in the hands. Not fingertips. I'm talking dead in the hands. That was easily my favorite throw. And then, Davon McCulley. He hit Davon McCulley on the sideline. Like, ball hit 2 steps down, ball, pop, sideline. Like, he was locked in. But you mentioned him quickly. I'm going to jump on him. Jeremiah Love. I don't know if he can get any higher, but I think he rose in his. My man ran a 4.36 40 at 6 foot 212. Guess what? Jameer Gibbs did that at 200 pounds.
Yep.
Ooh. Did you see how he had that pop though? When he did his bag drills, he's going over the bags, but every single time he did a juke, it was like, pop with the juke.
He was letting people. Bro, he's got 2-inch longer arms, bro. This kid is about to take the NFL by storm. I'm sorry. I could see there is no reason we won't question anything if he goes in the top 10 in this NFL.
No, 100%. We won't do that.
I'm going to talk about another wide receiver that, USC. I'm not a big fan of him. Mm-hmm. I thought he was maybe, kind of that home run threat or the red zone guy, but Jacoby Lane, I think he had the best gauntlet of every wide receiver in this combine. My man didn't get off. He was Johnny Cash. He was walking that line the whole way. You're talking about a 40-inch vertical out of a kid, 6'4", 200 pounds, and he ran a sub 4.5 40. I don't know, man. You could take all these stupid comps about Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson and all this shit out the way. I think this kid's got more in the bag that he's showing, and he's starting to unleash a little bit more every time he's got the pro day. I think it's going to be the whole coup d'etat for him, and everybody's going to be like, okay, all right, he's going to climb a little bit more here. And then Dylan Thiemann out of Oregon. I mean, white boy swag. White boy's not supposed to run that fast. 4.35 40, bro. Like, you're talking about a kid that's 6 foot 200 pounds, hits like a train. You don't talk Swiss Army. You can put him anywhere, right? You can line him on the line, put him in the nickel, put him in the secondary. I just think this kid possibly. We mentioned it in the mock draft, and both sides admit it. I think this kid possibly worked his way into the back end of the first round. 100%. I think he was a top 40 pick. I think he's possibly first round material after all this. That pro day could put the cherry on top, but those are my guys right there.
You put the athleticism with the IQ that kid has. Yeah, he has to be a first rounder.
If Caleb Downs is tore that meniscus, whatever he tore, and it's truly an injury that's going to affect him, Dylan Thiemann is safety number 1 for me. If Caleb Downs is going to be out,
right?
You know what I mean? That could be a significant injury for a guy that plays the way he plays.
That's a huge injury. Buffalo Bills need safety. I take neither one of them. But if Caleb Downs is there,
I agree. 27. I don't want people to get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
No. I understand what you're saying 100%. Yeah.
Hey, if you can't get,
he's out for the year with that torn meniscus.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're drafting a guy with a waiver for a year, redshirt.
If you can't get the tight end 1, then it's no shame in your game just winding up with an Eli Stowers in your hands. I feel like Eli Stowers went crazy in the combine. He did a great job.
He's a great person too. That's why I think he blended so well with Diego Pavia, because Diego Pavia, he got short man complex. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us do. And he's just so macho. Hey, I'm the same way.
He threw a couple good balls. But Diego threw a couple good balls in the but bro, you got to be in the shotgun the whole time. And I can't.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's that picture that our boy took with Gridiron is crazy. That joint's crazy. That's crazy. Boomer, talk to me. I'm always interested to hear who you're going to talk about. And please give us a homer one, please.
I mean, the homer one is easy. I'll get that in a second. Okay. I mean, obviously, like he blew up did more than we all thought he would do. I'm always here for the controversial, so I'm going to take a quarterback that's going to change positions because I've done it before and got crucified.
You were
But
right.
that dude should not be a
those
quarterback.
conversations? Please tell me you did.
It's funny though because your boy's one of the hottest topics in the NFL for getting traded now.
And he should get traded to play tight end.
But he's not. He's going to play quarterback.
I'm just saying. Like, I mean, he threw 50% just like he did his last game in college. But Taylor Green, without a doubt, whatever they decide to do with him, right? Doing his combine, stupid, right? 4.3, 640, 40-inch vertical, can jump out of the gym, straight athletic freak.
At 6'6".
At 6'6". Listen, if he has hands of any aspect, Kyle Pitts, just let's have a conversation here. Like,
but is it going to be Kyle Pitts?
I would take a flyer in the third round at tight end or wide receiver on that guy all day long. In the third round, if you get him in the fourth and you can move him to tight end, bro, give me all of that.
So you do not believe
at
Taylor
6'6"
Green's development as a quarterback?
Just give it a chance because I just don't think he sees the field very great.
Moon.
And that's nothing against him. When I think of it.
We've seen it work before with Logan Thomas, Virginia Tech quarterback, went to tight end, had a long career. Well, Taylor Green wants to get down there in the trenches and have to chip sometimes, be able to run black. Those are the questions that we have.
Lane Johnson played quarterback in high school.
Agree.
One of the best offensive linemen in football.
Yeah.
Blake Bell played quarterback at University of Oklahoma. He's been playing tight end for 10 years in the NFL with 4 Super Bowls.
That's a fact.
Julian Edelman.
The numbers are crazy. I mean, the list is crazy. It really is. You just have to understand, like, hey, this is what's for me. All right, let me go on another one. I think that Caden Proctor probably, like, for sure, hey, you're in the first round. You're probably a top 10 pick. Whatever he wants to do, absolute baller. I'm going to give another guy before my homer pick. The biggest mover for me by far, Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon.
Oh, man.
Like, I texted Bosarge. after.
Sorry.
After I said sorry. like, look, like he Vernon Davis vibes for sure.
If he does give you just Vernon Davis vibes, let's talk about some other guys, right? Evan Ingram, right? Freak, right? Who's Dave Njoku? Right? If he doesn't give you those type of, hey, he can be this dude, you should definitely think he can be this dude because
how high you guys think he goes? His
combo because I'm like, is he a lock for top 15? Top 15?
I think at the latest, early second.
I think that's a dramatic fall. I don't think that guy makes it out of top 25.
Yeah,
I agree. I said at the latest. So
if he goes second, these GMs are tripping.
And be everything people want Kyle Pitts to be, and you can book me on that.
He's going to be top 3 tight end.
As long as he lands in the right system, because system matters. Like Taylor Green.
Does it though? Because David Njoku was a Pro Bowl tight end for like 3 straight years on a dog shit team.
Yeah,
bro, I'm just saying Tampa could use another tight end.
We've also seen like quarterbacks, like, you know what I'm saying, struggle in one system, go to another system and have some success.
That I agree with.
Yeah, so the system matters. Like Taylor Green, he will wow at tight end if he wants to do that. But if he could somehow end up in San Francisco, a team that was able to make Brock Purdy, who struggled, and when I say struggled, that Iowa State team that year with him and Breece Hall were supposed to be spectacular. They finished the year effing 7-6. You know what I'm saying? He made Mr. Irrelevant guy in the NFL.
We saw that the year before. He kind of fell off.
But Brock Purdy threw 71% in college, bro.
Who?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, no, I know, but it was a lot of that was banked on his
you love or hate it. He threw 71%, and we ain't talking about a phenomenal wide receiving core there. He had a good running back, but
they still didn't meet their expectations that year.
He went
like
from
they didn't even come close to expectations.
Here, junior year, middle of the pack, and then he kind of went up a little bit, but he never got back to that sophomore year.
I say he still threw 71% his senior season.
I understand.
71.
How many? What was the touchdown ratio?
I don't care. He threw 71%.
71% and had 12 touchdowns. You cool with that?
No, I think he threw 25 touchdowns, 26 touchdowns. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure 26 or 27 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was 19 touchdowns. You're thinking of the sophomore year that Nino
that
was
was
talking
it,
about.
bro. He didn't
And,
got
19
back to that.
touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
He never got back to that sophomore year. He was still accurate, but he never got back to that.
Yeah. As far as the production, that's why I said they underwhelmed that year.
All right, let's go to the last one. Deion Burks, absolutely my homer pick. I could have said Robert Crucian because nobody expected it. I didn't expect him to run a 4.32, but Deion Burks 4.3 flat, 27 reps at 225 is stupid.
Yeah.
At wide receiver,
at
he did what?
190 pounds,
He did how many reps?
Hey, what school did that kid go to?
27 reps at 225.
God
27. Let's just talk about Tyrann Mathieu did 4.
damn. That's crazy.
Bro, he did 27?
27 reps
Yes, they
at
said,
185 pounds.
Are you 100%?
Yeah.
At 185? Oh, not 225? I thought they do at 225.
Deion Burks,
Oh,
Now he
weight.
said he's saying how
he's
much he weighed, yeah.
185 pounds, did
Yeah, I know.
225
But
pounds
they
bench
said
press,
that homeboy
27 reps.
broke the record for wide receiver, and it wasn't Deion Burks, and they were questioning his style of repping. That's why I'm like impressed at 27 because I haven't heard any of that.
Deion Burks, look at it. I'm
wouldn't that be
almost
the record?
positive it's 27 reps.
Then he broke the record.
No, he didn't break the record.
For the wide receiver, that would be the record for bench press.
Nah, he did 26. Boomer's right.
26, sorry.
So
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, damn.
26 reps, 185 pounder. That's dumb.
That's crazy.
That is dumb.
And then runs a 4.3 flat 40. And then jumps out of the gym. If you want to talk about somebody that helped it, he was Tom McShay, hey, he's a top 100 before the
he's
combine,
top,
and then you do that, and then almost a 10-foot broad. Bro, that dude's if he gets to day 3, people should better be pissed.
What?
Because
You just got to stay
that
healthy.
shouldn't
That's all.
happen.
if he stays healthy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's key. That's key.
I mean, it's crazy.
Do you think
That's-
overtraining is an issue? I remember
Oh, yeah,
Ed
100%.
McCaffrey was saying that about Christian. He said the reason he keeps getting injured, he's overtraining. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, damn, I did 26 reps at wide receiver
That's
at
wild.
his stature, at anybody's stature. At wide receiver, that
I mean, the dude has like a 12-pack, though, so there's that.
Yeah, it was Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson did I think he broke the record earlier, but they were questioning because his butt was coming off the pad a little bit. So they were questioning if he
Oh, so
actually
it's
broke
it's the foreign police, bro. Like it's
No,
225
well, that's the
pounds,
thing.
bro.
They tell you can't take your ass off the pad.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
stipulation.
Okay, so he was damn, that's crazy.
You can have an arch. You can do whatever you got to do, but your butt cheeks got
Yeah,
to
Buck got to stay down. Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy. I mean, really good.
Yeah.
The thing is, you know that OU players are going to do well, like bench-wise, because Smitty does not mess around.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That dude has been crazy in the gym. Like, I mean, I think the one thing you could always hear is like, hey, what about Smitty workouts? Nobody wants to talk about them. Summer Smitty workouts, not a single OU player will tell you a good thing. Not, they hate it. Like,
That's the way it should be, though.
but
That's
you see guys like
ready for that Warner
crazy change. Who's the defensive end that we talked to, did our interview with? I went down to Melissa.
Oh,
Anyway, he was 245 pounds, right? Defensive end for Melissa. That dude's 305 at defensive tackle now. Nigel
Damn.
Smith.
yes.
Nigel
Right.
Smith, he's a D tackle now.
He's a D tackle now.
Yeah, that
huge.
live stream went crazy too.
Wow.
He's
I remember
huge, bro.
that.
Like, I mean, Nigel, good dude, really good kid. I honestly just, yeah, he's over 300 now.
That's wild. Wow.
I mean, he's got the build for it. He's at 6'7".
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But you remember he was always a big, like, we talked about how he ate. There ain't no way, dude. That
No.
diet was not for me.
That kid was eating small children for breakfast.
Yeah.
We got to speed it up the process here because
Yeah, next, let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, nah, we're good. Nino, you already went?
I'm good.
Oh, you
I
okay?
went.
Okay, bet. All right. So and of course, guys, we try not to take any layups here. So that's why you didn't, hear some of the marquee names there. So let's move on to this next topic. And this was one of Nino's ideas. We're gonna talk about Drake, and not the rapper, the Bulldogs. That is, they've hired Matt Walker, who very recently won the Division III National Championship at UW River Falls Of course, their former head coach, Joe Woodley, had a lot of success there, but left to join the Rutgers Scarlet Knights staff. How do we like this hire overall, and how do you all feel about the D3 to FCS move? Because that's a jump. Mm-hmm. that's quite a jump there. How do you guys like the move? Nino, this is your story, so we're going to come to you first.
So Matt Walker is a straight up winner. I mean, wherever he goes, he leaves a place better than where he went into it, right? I mean, that's definition of what me and Boomer would call P2-3, right? Pot to the playoff, baby. That's what this guy is. I mean, he went to DePaul for 3 seasons, 22-8 record, right? He came into a guy that had left to a program that was left with nothing, and he came in and rattled off, 22 wins. Then Wisconsin River Falls, it took him a little bit. They didn't win many games in the first couple of years.
They were trash.
But But they won 5 straight years. They had 5 straight winning seasons, back-to-back Ismail Bowl championships. They went 14-1 last year. My man hit the trifecta, coach of the year, conference coach of the year, right? And they won the Natty. It was the first time they made the playoffs since 85. I mean, they won since 85, but first time they made the playoffs since 96.
Yeah, 96.
Bro, this dude literally comes in and what do you say? Makes lemonade out of lemons. That's what Matt Walker does. Okay. Now he's going to a program that came off 3 straight conference championships. So they got big shoes to fill. Right. KT, fellas, they also coming off 3 first-round exits. So they get to the dance, but they get left at the door.
Right.
Okay. And now this is the 3rd coach in 3 seasons at Drake. What's going on? So I don't know if it's all on Matt Walker. I do think this jump is going to be huge for him because, like you said, D3, you're checking the whole the whole division. See you later. We ain't doing that. But I think maybe the fact that they've lost 2 coaches to bigger programs in back-to-back years, maybe they're trying to go a little bit lower with a guy that's had success, and everywhere he goes, it comes out, steps and shit smelling like a rose. So I think it's a good hire. I'm like at a 60-40 right now. I do think that Matt Walker is a winner. I just hoping he's not biting off too much than he can chew.
I think that's an interesting way to put it because he's going from maybe 1 athlete on his team, maybe 2 with a partial, scholarship. Of course, they'll try to find funding locally through local businesses to get some of these players some money to actually having scholarships now and an ability to recruit. And then it's that learning curve where your top tier FCS players are gone. They're in your DMs. What was the coach name that went off on Virginia Tech at NC Central? Because they were pretending to be there for one occurrence, but they were actually there to recruit the running back. There. You know what I'm saying? So that part is crazy of it. Boomer, I'm coming to you next. How do you like the hire? Is this too big of a jump? Because we know there's levels to this college football thing. That's a huge jump.
I don't think it's that big of a jump for him, to be honest with you. We watch guys who, made big jumps like Chad Morris from high school to, D1 football and did very well. He's I think that he's built for it. I also think he's a guy that won't just move on after 1 year.
Yes, I agree.
I think he's a guy that will build a program and, be there for 5 years and have success for 5 years. Dare I say it, players will stay because of him. Will come there because of him. It's a Signetti move on Drake's, call.
On my notes, gives me Signetti, Bob Chesney vibes.
I mean, that's why you're my guy. So
yeah, that's
right there. I mean, that's what I truly believe. I really believe that there's a reason why you hire people, and if you want to build a program, you build it from a championship guy. That guy has won. I don't care if it's been high school or junior high or whatever. He's continued to win. Like I said, I think he'll be there for 5 years. And dare I say it, they ain't getting a first round exit next year. Let's just stamp that one on real quick.
So that's the caveat though. If they don't have a first round exit, they have a lot of success in year 1. Drake is just good luck Chuck. He's going elsewhere, bro. Like it's no way like that money just gonna come pouring in. And I'm out shit. I'm gone. Talk to me, boo.
Shout out to the D3 National Championship because we was actually credentialed for this game. Got a great relationship with them.
That's right.
To come out to Canton, Ohio. UW River Falls, a team that if you go back to 2011, No, 2013 is when they went 0-10. That was like the dog days. Like it was bad. They were a basement dweller. So the last playoff for them in 1996, for them to come in to this season, go to the top of the top, and then take down North Central, which was the gold standard of at D3. One of the biggest stories in college football all year long that people probably didn't even hear about, unless you plugged in with CFB.
Speaking of stories, Moon, you're an Aries. I'm an Aries. We hate getting flowers. We hate compliments. But, brother, what you do on that website, not only covering all of the Power 4, all G5, all FBS teams. I did the math earlier, brother. During the college football season, you do somewhere around 2,200 articles just during the college football season alone. You talk about FCS, you talk about D2, you talk about D3, not just the playoff games.
No.
You'll sprinkle in a regular season game as well, and you go to a lot of these games as well. So shout out to you for that. And like you said, please be plugged in, thecfbnation.com. Continue, brother.
I appreciate you, brothers. This whole UW River Falls situation, it was one of those, if you fast or rewind and go back to 2013, those people would have never thought that this could have happened. But you see a coach that was there throughout this whole entire time. 2021, they went 9-2. 2022, they went 9-2. 2023 to 2024, they ended up going back-to-back 8-3, WIAC contenders, and now this year they took it to the apex, like Nino said. But he has over 140 players underneath him that are all WIAC. So I'm looking at him as a developer. He, like Boomer said, is not going nowhere. Boomer said 5. But his tenure was from 2011 all the way to 2025.
That's loyalty.
So that man is loyal to the soil. He probably said, if there's anything, if he can endure what he had to at UW River Falls, like this, to me, the jump kind of reminds me of Signetti. If we had to compare it for the people out there that's watching that don't have no clue about anything that's going on in
They just stand at the screen like, what are they talking about?
Great. What song dropped?
So Drake, they are getting a coach that has that type of caliber. Now, the fit, y'all think he's gonna stay for a while, but I think the reason why the fans are gonna want to stay in the seats is because the offense scores. Like, they put up points.
Like 40 points a game, something like that?
Yeah, it's like 48 when last time I checked and did the math.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they are crazy when it comes to point. And I think it's a scheme fit, heavy RPO explosion. You already look at who their current quarterback is, allegedly, because it's still spring camp.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, this is looking like an offense that's going to go from the 250, 300 mark to could be pushing 400, 400, 450 total offense. The touchdown rate at UW River Falls was up there. So I think that's going to translate over to Drake. And then you talk about the culture. They needed somebody that can infuse culture and also give stability. He preaches family. So you want to have the family dynamics that can come in. I know Drake needs help, especially post Woodley transition. Like that is a must, and I think that they smacked this one out of the park like Otani.
Like piggyback off what he said about like the culture and stuff. Like, not only did he change the culture for the football's like team and program, he changed the whole athletic vibe and everything with Drake Athletics. I read multiple articles and did a little research. Like, he changed the vibe in River Falls around there, like community-wise with restaurants and like the turnout and stuff. All that changed when he got there. Even when they were having some of them 2-4 win seasons, they starting to see something. They were starting to see how he was building a family culture, and you had to be accountability. It wasn't like you could just sit on your hands and we were just gonna let you be there to be there. Like, he started to build something, and you could see it. And now, last 5-6 years over there, like, they're back. You know what I mean? Obviously they won, but like the community's back, and everybody's thriving, not just the football program.
Yeah. It would be the equivalent in the FBS if, like, let's say, like a Purdue ended up come out of nowhere, ended up making the college football playoff, and beat like Miami in the college football playoff. We'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, that we would definitely be wild out about that. I love what y'all had to say, and I think I'm gonna double back that you guys are saying he's loyal and he's been at this program and struggled through the earlier days. He probably will be at Drake for a long time. So shout out to him and congratulations to Coach. All right, so Nino, this one is interesting. We're going to start with you here. We're having a discussion about the silent transfer portal. This is kind of a double entendre of sorts. Because you got the one where players say, man, I got tape, I'm going, and they don't have nowhere to go, and they try to double back, and they ain't nowhere to go because they already filled your roster spot, right? And that money allocation is gone as well. But you also got the one where players are still signing this way past the portal deadline. So it's a double entendre. I want to start with you. Where do you how do you feel about this? Do we even place blame or place onus on anybody for this disaster that we have right now? And, sometimes people got to learn the hard way, brother.
Yeah, well, so as far as signings go, they can sign as long as they were in the portal. They can sign up at whatever. I don't know what the date is for school's clearance or when football says you got to be enrolled, but there's guys that are signing today.
I think you have up until what the first week of school that you have to be enrolled.
Yeah. So you got some time still, but 72% of transfer portal has committed. That's a good percentage. They had 3,500 that went in, 2,500 have committed. When you go through all the specifics, leaves you like 986 kids remaining in the portal.
And some of those commits haven't reported.
Correct.
That's another issue as well.
So, you see guys like I got here in my notes, Elon running back Jimmy Williams, he withdrew, returned to the team. All three of these guys I mentioned, you can go to the school's website, and it says 2026 spring roster, and these gentlemen are active.
They're on there. Okay.
Richmond Edge, Camden Bird. This guy had 34 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. He's coming back. Nobody wanted this guy? Right? Or maybe Richmond can't be. This is where I get confused. Richmond ain't got the biggest NIL pot. There was nobody that could have, you know what I mean? Those are production numbers. And even Howard DB, Ben Chandler, he just withdrew and he's back at the school. 40 tackles, 28 solo, had 2 pass pickups and 2 tackles for loss. So these guys are, putting up substantial numbers and they're returning to school. Luckily, that slot was still available for them to, to have. My concern is I'm willing to bet that out of these 986, nearly half of them don't play football this year.
Yep.
And nearly half of that number don't ever play football again.
Yep.
So you're looking at about 250 to 300 kids that their college football dream has not ended. Because, now this is where the blame comes, or maybe it's not the blame, but because of greed. And I don't know how to fix this, but there's agents that are lying for money. There's schools that are telling agents, we'll pay you a little bit extra if you get your guy to enter the portal so we can get a spot. Bill, kind of a la Texas and how that Hall Park and Livingston shit went down to bring in Camp Coleman. There's schools that pay agents to get players to draw out. There's schools that are paying family members to tell them, hey, maybe you might want it to portal, maybe you don't want. There's just too many hands in the pot. As my father used to tell me, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how to fix this or even where's the direction to go. And what's funny, when I put this question out, this wasn't even what I was trying to get to. But I love this you were going. I was getting to the fact that I'm reading there's going to be somewhere between 10 to 15 high-profile players in this that are going to just drop out of school and enroll somewhere else. I'm not talking about Jiminy Cricket, the DB down at Bucky's University. I'm talking about top 15 in their position. Just going to say, I don't go to this school no more. And now I'm all of a sudden at this school.
I called that months ago.
That's what I meant about the silent transfer part.
Yeah. It was going to happen. It happened last year with Xavier Lucas. People just kind of swept it under the rug.
With 2 kids, right? 2 kids that it happened to, right?
Yeah,
Retzlaff.
Yeah, Retzlaff, yeah. Broke the Arnold code, which means you're supposed to be suspended. He said, F you, I'm playing this year.
And he
withdrew and enrolled at Tulane. Yeah,
was in the playoff. We're almost in the playoff. You know what I mean? He was in the playoffs. Yeah.
Was in the playoffs.
And Lucas was in the playoffs with Miami, and kind of the reason, because I think he was suspended for the first quarter or the first half or something. It was a team basis. No. It was from helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
The week before that.
Targeting.
So, targeting. So yeah, I knew this was coming. I didn't think enough people was talking about it because it happened right under people's noses a year ago. So I'm glad you mentioned it. And like I said, it was an entendre. So it was actually like a triple entendre. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, 100%. Like you felt like the team told you this is how you were going to be utilized, and now you're seeing how you're being utilized. And though it's spring season, you may not like it, and that's the issue. Boomer, talk to me. How do you feel about this silent portal thing going on here?
All right. I think we're going to get to the point where, Nagy had talked about this the other day, actually, and he's probably one of the person, even if he wasn't in Oklahoma, getting to know the guy over the last 4 or 5 years.
100%.
You definitely trust his word and how the league's going to go to anyway. I think they're going to get to probably the point where they can transfer once or twice. And I think there's going to be, I think there's going to be contracts, like legit, hey, we're going to bring you here. Here's your incentive. I think that Oklahoma got to see that in a running back this year. Like, you looked really good at the Senior Bowl, but
right.
you didn't do nothing for us here.
Talking about Jay and Nut.
Hey, elephant in the room here, but I just think it's going to happen. I think that you're going to see if the coach leaves, listen, it's a free go. I've always said that, by the way. I think if a coach leaves, a player has a chance to leave. Like, I truly believe that. Mm-hmm. That's why they're there. If you do it more than once or twice, this whole transfer 6-7 times, like we know that at least 3 players have done,
that's crazy.
They just can't be happening. I'm sorry. Like, just to be chasing the bag, I think there has to be a stipulation. Hey, you can transfer twice. This is your cap. It's going to get to that. You're going to see a legit salary cap in college football. And I think that's the only way they stop it.
No, we've seen guys go to 4 schools and never start a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in all North American major professional sports, you have what's called collective bargaining. It has to happen. They have to unionize. The union not only helps the players, it also helps the coaches with stability. The reason why they went to one portal was so that coaches had an idea of during the spring season, this is what my depth chart looks like. Instead of like Tennessee scrambling, they happen to get lucky with Aguilar and be able to compete this year.
But where are they at now?
Exactly. So collective bargaining has to happen. I think it will help the sport a lot, and we do need that commission that Nino and Dino did such an eloquent job of going step by step how this commission works, what their cabinet will look like, et cetera, et cetera. But collective bargaining, I think, is the key here. Like Boomer said, dude, you get 2 transfers. I don't give a hell how you use them. You get 2 of them. Like that's it. That's all. So I agree with that 100%. Moon, talk to me.
Blame? We could start with the teams first.
Okay.
Tampering is rampant. Ask 100%. Clemson and Dabo Sweeney getting his player text messages in class when he's supposed to be studying.
Looks could kill, boy. He go to be dead, dog.
And meanwhile, he looked down at his phone and said, "How much is your buyout?"
I know you enrolled, but how much is your buyout?
My man just got done eating a good team breakfast with my teammates, bro. I got a text message talking about my buyout. Like, that is crazy. Bing. Miami, Wisconsin lawsuit. Like, come on. Teams, they hoard these spots on these rosters. 100%. Then they start cutting players. And then you look at it from a player's perspective. You're like, hey, well, you entered the transfer portal because your agent over here convinced you that there's teams out here that are super interested in you, and you worth 800 bones, dog. Like, get that bread, bro. And then you enter into this situation, and then you start getting phone calls from coaches like, hey, coach, we good? We still locked and loaded? And because the transfer portal is a murky dating pool in college football, you end up getting ghosted. You end up, see, it didn't even work out. Like, we ended up going with another player. We're going into another direction, Playboy. So it's not even that you're not good. It's just that the college football is a world of the have and have-nots. So now these players are chasing NIL ghosts. The NCAA, there's no hard caps, no real oversight. Y'all went into immense detail about that. You got these multi-year deals, NIL locks, But I actually like the one portal window. It is way less chaotic in my opinion. It is more busy. This past portal window was probably
Wild.
like, we need to make a CFB Nation documentary about that.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
I hear one is in the works. That's what I heard. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Portal,
yeah,
Portal being one window, bro. I'm a fan. The two windows make me feel like these kids had a shot. Okay, well, he's not on the team right now in the spring, but who knows? He might be on the roster. Look what Georgia State did last year with TJ Finley. Like, kept him on the roster for the whole time, and then he ain't played. Now, all of a sudden, he's a starting quarterback now. So that's kind of erased. You see more situations figuring themselves out faster now, and then that leaves more kids left in the dust. But then this public NIL transparency that we have on social media, and everybody can see everything, I don't think it's evil. I think it's just broken, and we got to put our collective, bridges together and put them up together and be like, hey, we got to fix it. Because I feel like half these guys aren't bad. They're just late to the party. The murky, wild, crazy college football party. So I think it's the system, more than anything.
I agree with you 100%. I don't know if they're late to the party. I just think it's past their bedtime.
That might be the better way to put it. You know what's the funniest thing about all of this is that guy, Charlie Baker, all of the issues that's going on, like from a semantic perspective, we admitted that this was like a top 2 season. You know what I'm saying? Of course, nothing past 2007, but of all the things he could address, eligibility. That's the one I care about is eligibility. Like
when he couldn't mess up.
Yeah. So that's the one that they address, bro. They got like a stack long of papers of issues.
So let's choose that one.
It was the latest one on top. It was the last one on top.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. He said we're putting our foot down on eligibility, and I agree in many cases with the eligibility thing. Like that's crazy. So we got one more topic to talk about. This is a tough topic to talk about, and I love what we do here at CFB Nation. We truly test each other here. I'm not sure if this happens within other companies. Not saying it doesn't. It probably does, but we test each other. It's so easy to come up with the list of the 10 best college football programs because, hey, people may disagree because their school isn't in there, but the 10 worst, yo, you got some audacity to put that on social media and deal with the flag. Like, you got some audacity. So, in dealing with this, the way I compiled it is I look at recency bias. I looked at your trajectory. Like, there's a team down there in Nashville that I refuse to put on this list because I believe in what they're doing with the culture and Barton Simmons and Clark Lee. So I left them off the list. But there's a team like Nebraska. You look at their record over the last 5 years, they should be in it. They should be on there. And it sounds crazy because you believe in Matt Rule and stuff like that. So talk to me about how y'all feel about this list. I'll read off the teams for everybody. Damn, Nino, I forgot to upload the graphic.
That's all right. Don't worry.
It's a Canva? Okay.
Yeah.
So Stanford's number 1, Boston College number 2, Purdue is number 3, Colorado is number 4, rightfully so, and I stand on business with that. Maryland is number 5, and they could have been higher, and I'm a Mike Loxley guy. Mississippi State is number 6. That hurt my heart because I truly believe that Jeff Lebby is trending in the right direction. He got things working in Mississippi, in Starkville. Virginia Tech is on this list, and a lot of people are going to get upset. Well, James Franklin, he improved the recruiting, yes, but they've been trash. Like, they lost the Old Dominion last year. Like, get out of here if you disagree with that. Jake Dickert, me and Moon got an opportunity to talk to the players at Wake Forest. And they talked about the term, if you're useless, you're useless. We've seen the trajectory that they were on. They had a great year this year. But some of them last years of Coach Clausen's career there was bad. So I can see why they're on this list, even though I believe in Jake Dickert. And they said he'll come in a meeting at 6 a.m. and yell to the top of his lungs. Like you know what I'm saying? That's the type of energy he has.
You saw that juice in Damon Claiborne at the Combine.
Now, how was he looking?
I think you're at a 4-3.
Yeah, we should go around the horn. We just pick one. You know what I mean? Go like
yeah. We go around.
I think I can put somebody on here and take somebody off.
Okay, talk to me.
I feel like I put Oklahoma State on here. Well, what have they done? I'm sorry, what? Especially since the coach is gone. Like, what have they done?
What do you mean? 3 years
Fired
ago,
a mullet?
10 games in almost.
Okay,
Yeah, they won a conference championship a few years ago.
2 years ago, 2 years before the 10 games, they won 11.
Yeah, and then they lost 9 straight. Oklahoma and Texas leave. You should wreck everybody in the Big 12, and you didn't win a Big 12 game.
So you had 2 seasons.
You lost to Arkansas.
7. That makes you a worse program? We're going to go just 2 years? That's
Hey, Arkansas beat that team. They're on this list.
Arkansas's had as 3 or 4 4-win seasons in the past 7 years, dude.
I agree. In the SEC, what would Oklahoma State do in the SEC?
But we can only judge them though based on where they are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Arkansas beat that team. So
every squirrel finds a nut. Blind squirrel finds a nut, homie.
This is crazy to me. I mean,
hey, if you look at you put Arkansas's record and Oklahoma State's record, I bet you Oklahoma State's got more wins in the last 7 years.
They do.
I agree. Let's switch the conference.
It doesn't. And you can only play what you're supposed to play.
Let's take Oklahoma and Texas out of it like we did. And what have they done?
Jared, you can only play what's in front of you. Just like the Patriots could only play the shitty-ass teams that were in front of them to get to the Super Bowl.
We're getting a classic P2P
moment. You have Colorado on this list. Better than Oklahoma State the last 2 years.
It's happening.
Boomer. They won 2 games 3 years ago. They won 5 games the year before that. They won 4 games the year before that. Come on, homie. Bro, you're taking the last 2 seasons and making that of relevance, and you're taking all of the past and taking it in the toilet and making a hot steamer. And
are we talking about of all time here?
No, not of all time.
And that's what I'm saying is where's Oklahoma State trending?
If it was all time, some of these wouldn't even be on there.
I agree. I mean,
it's a recent.
I'm gonna be real. I think Oklahoma State,
maybe?
with the hire of Eric Morris, with the pieces that they brought from North Texas, I believe they'll be trending in a better direction.
I really do.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a great
no
one.
No choice but to trend in the right direction with all the transfer portal players they took.
Yeah,
their whole team is transfer portal.
They took the team, bro.
Moving on up.
I think that's just one that could really be talked about, though. I mean, there's
that's what I said, Jalen. They were in the Big 12 championship in 2020.
Now, we didn't put, for everybody that's watching, we didn't put parameters on it. I think Nino used 7 years. I used 5 years. I used the last 5 years. I looked at win-loss records, but then I also looked at trajectory as well as part of my list.
What I'm saying, I just, was there a bigger fall off from any other team that was expected to do something? Then, I mean, when Oklahoma State, when Oklahoma and Texas left that conference, did anybody not think Oklahoma State was going to win 10 games the next year?
We picked them to win it. The media did. That's why they did do the media poll.
They won too.
Right, and that was the year they tried to kick him out after winning 10 games and being in the conference championship. Oklahoma State tried to kick him out, and he's like, "I'm not going anywhere." And the big money people like, he's not going anywhere. There was a lot of conflict of interest going on over there.
I mean, I remember when Mac Brown, his last season, balled.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mac Brown balled. And then they were like, you know what? You got to go, bro.
At North Carolina?
No, at Texas.
I was going to say.
I mean, we go all that. I mean, that's just a weird one for me. I mean, that's just the one team that I could be like, oh, man. And don't get me wrong, I think they might have hired the right guy. Let's hope. I mean, who knows?
Right.
I mean,
but wow, the fall off was crazy for me because
it was.
Even living here, I'm like, dude, I just did not expect that bad. Like to not win a single conference game at all the next season was wild to me.
I think
that's the one that's
out for a while.
Who I could put on there.
Yeah, for sure. Moon, what's a team? I think so far I've said Nebraska. Nino, what was the team you would take off and replace them with?
I don't know. I don't know if I would replace anybody here.
Yeah, I like the list. I like
for my thing with Kansas, you got 25 wins since 2020. Here's my thing: is Lance Leopold any good, or is he just the light at the end of the tunnel after Les Miles' shit song?
No, he's beloved there. Like he's not going,
but he's not good.
No, he's not. They just love him.
Okay, because you're cool with 5 wins as an average, just like Stanford's cool with a 3-9 record.
And the coaches in that conference love him. They picked Kenny Dillingham and Lance Leopold for the spring meetings last year and destined to be the spokesperson for the entire conference on their feelings on NIL. What else was it? When we were in a meeting.
It was a lot of stuff.
Digitally.
Like a
it was a
panel.
lot of stuff, but they picked them. Like, he's beloved. I'm not sure why. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Lance Leopold, but he's beloved. Like, I don't know.
And then with Colorado, I just have Dion stalled the mob, but you can only put lipstick on a pig for so long.
Yeah. And a lot of this stuff he's done to himself. And we've been saying this for a few years now, bro. Like, you still not doing home visits. I understand last year, you know, everything you had going on, but somebody needs to be doing them Jones. And still not going into these people's homes. And it's been done since the beginning of the time in this sport. I don't get it.
I feel it. Teams that I thought about putting on this list, UCLA. Oh, the Bruins. I thought about Michigan
But did they
State.
win 10 games like 3 years ago?
Thought about Michigan State. I did it based on the last 5 years on program tradition, win-loss record, win-loss against in your conference, coaching stability. I did some other metrics too.
I think trajectory, D. Now I think we're thinking that they got the right guy at head coach and Coach Elliott. I think Bo Prabula is going to light the ACC up next year. Nino and I both agree on that. I think it was trajectory, which isn't fair that you put trajectory in here because it's opinion based. Like, so basically you're going over your stats. You know what I'm saying? Over the last 5 years, and you're looking at where teams are headed based on your own opinion. I think that's why you lead to the conversation of like, Boomer like, yo, why the hell Oklahoma State ain't over here? And then I look at Nebraska, and it's like, yo, Nebraska had high hopes the last few years, but bro, their record is crazy over the last 5 years. So I think trajectory is the reason why UVA isn't on here.
You know what? Can I give you a crazy one?
What's that?
One season since 2018, over 10 wins, USC.
Hey, can I answer D-Now's question real quick?
Yeah, that's a great question.
If Chandler Morris gets a 7th year, he's got to go to a different school, homie. He's not playing for Virginia. They got 2 quarterbacks ahead of him already.
Yeah.
Right? It's Bo and
he need to go too. Like,
hey, go to Clemson.
Who's the other quarterback? Hold on.
Yeah, I think Bo lights it up this year. I think last year Eli Drinkowitz needed to reel him in a couple of times. That the Alabama game is the one that stands out when bro was just like sitting on the sideline.
It was Eli, right?
I think
Eli,
you get that with Elliott.
Who's the quarterback from Pitt?
Holstein or
Eli Holstein. It's Eli Holstein and Bo Prabula at Virginia. So
Damn, Holstein's there too?
Yeah.
he had to. Did you see the dude? He got a new dude.
Young boy cooked
Morris
him. It was his team.
Morris is gone.
That's what I'm saying. He could be Elliott's guy, but he didn't hit the portal hard for that. Like, I think Morris is in the same boat as Joey Aggs, bro, except he's late to the train.
Hey, I know that he's an Elliott's guy, but there's no other Morris that he has a better connection with than the guy in Clemson. Just go home.
They need
That's
it.
a fact.
They need
If you can't get
It's
accepted
paused
nowhere else, bro, just go
Yeah.
home.
and they do need a QB. Damn. That was fun. Also, the top 5 games one we got to redo. I don't know if I did it wrong or someone else did it wrong because I did the top 5 games of the upcoming
year, coming
season.
up.
And I think someone
thought
did
it was
the last
last
5.
year. It was me that did it wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah, so
we'll get that revised. We'll get that out this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
You
That's
saw what
that's
Dino
gonna be fun.
said.
That was me messed up because I did last year.
Hey, talk that talk, D. Now, man. We wish you was here, man. Talk that talk, brother.
There's a new kid on the
I'm
block.
hoping Boston College got the new Trinidad Chambliss and this Mason McKenzie dude.
Yo, that
He's a
that'd
dog,
be dope as
but-
so.
He looked like it.
Bill O'Brien.
Bill, yeah, I'm about to say,
Fuck it up.
Bill O.B. got to go, man. From
He has
everything
to.
we've been hearing. He
Hey,
gotta
what's
go.
funny is they chased Jeff Hafley out of the building, right?
Right.
They're letting him
Jeff Hafley
stay.
And then he's head coach of the Miami
Miami
Dolphins right now,
Dolphins
which is
just chilling like a villain.
Look
which
what
is
that
crazy.
NFL badge just let him get
Nino
away
and I
with.
discussed it early 2023. The college football is no country for old men. Billy O.B., this old way of doing it, your relationship with the media matters in this era of college football. If it never mattered in ever before, it matters. Trust me, the way the American rolled out the red carpet for us this past year, teams, SIDs, coaches, players, fighting to get over there with us. Is this live? What is the link? This year I'm going to have a big scan bar. That way they can scan it and watch the live ASAP. Media matters in this era of college football because if this thing has exploded beyond our means, we just got to figure out how to fix the semantics of it, the offseason crap.
Yeah,
anything else you guys want to add?
We got to figure out how to fix the offseason semantics with the media, too. Because y'all be tweaking sometimes.
Well,
we started off the show.
It's clickbait material season. You know that.
It
bro.
is.
No, I'm not tweaking. I'm looking at this laughing like, bro, like, that's a meme. Like, let him cook. And the crazy thing about it is, everybody said, "Oh, he didn't do a great job," but USC thought he did a great job enough to just put it on their Instagram 2 hours ago. So they put the whole press conference up there.
You mentioned George Pickens in his meme. Now George Pickens just got the bag and franchise.
Yeah, he did.
Come on,
he did,
bro.
and
Y'all
deservingly
grilled
so.
Makai Lemon because he meme mugged you. And then you also grilled Casey Concepcion for a speech impediment. Like, media,
Yeah,
y'all
you gotta pick
do
one.
better,
It can't be both. You can't pick on a guy because something that he literally cannot help. In a speech impediment.
You gotta vet these credentialed people a little bit better.
Yeah. I still don't remember Cuz's name.
I do, but we don't mention.
Caleb Williams situation. Yeah, that was bad. Anything else you guys want to add before we get up out of here? This is a fun show, bro. As I always like to say, there's no more victories in the sport that survive for the fastest while college football has the greatest regular season. Until next time, you all take care. We out of here, man. Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir.